In this video, I'm going to show you a unique method that I call the Fusion 8 technique that quickly and drastically reduces body fat levels while giving you ripped, muscular six-pack abs. If you're watching this video, you've probably seen me before on YouTube, but in case you don't know who I am, my name is Troy Addison, and what you're about to see has never been seen before on YouTube or anywhere else for that matter. Quick, which body would you rather have? The long-distance marathon runner on the left or the sprinter on the right? If you said the ripped, muscular sprinter on the right, then this video is for you, so pay very close attention, because in the next few minutes, you're going to hear about a little-known, unique method that I call the Fusion 8 technique, used by a handful of the top male fitness models in the world, that quickly and drastically reduces body fat levels while building ripped, muscular abs. It works without the use of supplements, without restricting your diet to the point where you're miserable, irritable, and starving every day, and without doing long, endless hours of slow, boring cardio workouts. And no, this method isn't just about the type of cardio you're doing, this goes way beyond that. You'll see exactly what I mean in just a second. Now, if you're watching this video, then chances are that you don't just want to lose fat, you want to get those all-elusive, ripped, muscular six-pack abs. We're not just talking a flat stomach here, we're talking about the type of abs that pop out and demand attention, and those well-developed oblique muscles that give you that V-shaped torso that makes girls weak in the knees. Heck, anyone can go just starve themselves for a few months if they want to get that skinny, frail, unhealthy-looking marathon runner body. But since you're watching this video right now, then that's not what you're after. You want a ripped, powerful, muscular physique that you can be proud of, a body that girls drool over as other men look on with envy. Well, by the end of this short presentation, you'll understand how to put this Fusion 8 technique to work for your body so it burns fat without sacrificing muscle mass. Because after all, what good are low body fat levels if you have no muscles to go along with it? In fact, this technique is so powerful that not only does it melt away body fat without losing muscle mass, it actually builds muscle all over your body, including your ab muscles. So you end up with a completely shredded physique and rock-hard abs. Once you start putting these techniques to work for you, you can expect to rapidly shed pounds of fat while adding muscle size and definition. So exactly how much fat can you lose using these techniques? Hang on, here's where you have to be careful. Remember, if you want a muscular body with six-pack abs, then your number one priority is losing maximum fat without sacrificing muscle mass. The problem is, these days we're bombarded with supplement ads that make outrageous false claims that you can lose 5 to 10 pounds of fat per week. Or TV shows like The Biggest Loser, where an obese person loses 15, 20, even 25 pounds in a single week. What you must understand about shows like The Biggest Loser is, number one, these people are morbidly obese, which means that their body burns body fat much faster than someone who's below the 15 to 20% body fat level. According to Dr. Kevin Hall, PhD and senior investigator at the Laboratory of Biological Modeling, the flabbier you are at first, the larger the percentage of lost weight will come from fat. This explains why a very large person is able to shed fat so much quicker than a normal, healthy person. Number two, these people are not only losing body fat, they're also losing muscle mass and water weight, and they probably don't even care. Look, all these people care about is what the scale says. They just want to look like a normal, healthy person again. You, on the other hand, are in a much different position. Because you're not morbidly obese, you don't have 100 plus pounds of fat to lose, you're already at least a relatively healthy person, and you want to be in the top 1% of men who possess a truly ripped, muscular physique, and that requires a different strategy. See, this is the difference between a generic weight loss goal and true fat loss. Let me show you what I mean. We'll go back to the expertise of the famous Dr. Kevin Hall, who found that it takes a 3,500 calorie deficit for the average healthy person to burn 1 pound of fat. That's a 500 calorie deficit per day. In other words, you need to burn 500 extra calories per day on average in order to lose 1 pound of fat. So let's think about this. That means if you wanted to magically lose 10 pounds of actual fat per week, you'd need a 35,000 calorie deficit per week. In other words, you need to burn an extra 5,000 calories per day. Not only is that flat out impossible, but you'd end up losing a tremendous amount of muscle if you even attempted this. So what's the solution? Well, the answer is to find the perfect balance between losing the maximum amount of fat while keeping 100% of your muscle, and even increasing your lean muscle mass. We've found that by using this Fusion 8 technique, your body is able to shed around 1 to 1.5 pounds of fat per week while increasing your lean muscle mass. Don't think that's impressive? Here's what 1 pound of fat looks like. That's no small amount. Imagine all that ugly fat melting off your body every single week. Take a look at what 5 pounds of fat looks like. Now imagine after less than 5 weeks getting all that fat off your body. Plus, when you use this Fusion 8 technique I'm about to share with you, you'll be building muscle every week as well, which means your body will burn even more fat as your lean muscle mass increases. How does this happen? According to exercise physiologist William McCardle, muscle is your body's natural fat burner. Muscles constantly use fat and carbohydrates to keep you warm and provide you with energy for movement. In other words, the more muscle you have, the easier it is to burn fat. See why it's so important that you don't make the fatal mistake of going on an aggressive, starvation diet that destroys just as much muscle as fat? As crazy as it sounds, trying to lose fat too fast by aggressive dieting is just one of the many ways that average guys are shooting themselves in the foot when trying to get a shredded physique. By the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is Troy Addison. You may have seen me on YouTube giving fitness tips to my thousands of subscribers, or you may have ran across one of my best-selling books on Amazon. But besides all that, the most important thing you need to know about me is that I actually practice what I preach. And what you'll soon find out is that once you start following my step-by-step method to the letter, your body will literally be forced to shed unwanted body fat every single week and increase lean muscle mass along the way. Trust me, you've never seen anything like this. So make sure you watch this video to the very end. But I have to warn you, this video won't be online forever because I have plans to start a fitness consulting practice here in Hollywood, California, where I'll be teaching these methods to actors and aspiring male fitness models so they can get ripped for movie roles and photo shoots. And as soon as that happens, this video is coming down because let's be honest, if I was still making this information available to the general public, it wouldn't be fair to the guys who are paying me literally thousands of dollars to teach them these powerful fat loss strategies. So I want to urge you to watch this video right now while you still can. But enough about me, let's talk about you. You're probably confused and overwhelmed with all the conflicting advice out there when it comes to burning fat and getting six-pack abs. Or maybe you've been working your ass off in the gym for months, maybe even years, and you still don't have an impressive ripped body to show for it. In fact, maybe you've only been able to lose a few pounds at best, but eventually you hit a frustrating plateau that prevented you from making any more progress. And it seems like the fat just doesn't want to come off, like it just wants to stick to you like some kind of parasite. Do you sometimes feel like you're missing something? Like there's something you should be doing differently, if only you knew what it was? So what is it? Why don't you have six-pack abs? Well, we've already talked about the big mistake of aggressive dieting that burns through your muscle and makes you skinny and weak. But there's 3 other things I see guys doing, or not doing, on a regular basis that sadly leaves them with almost no chance of getting the results they're after. Number 1, you may be taking the wrong advice from guys in online discussion forums, at the gym, and even your well-meaning friends who are all regurgitating the same common advice that the typical average guy uses to try and burn fat. Number 2, your current workout plan is not only ineffective at lowering your body fat levels below the 10% mark that's needed in order to see your abs come through, but it may also be restricting your muscle gains by ignoring the important anabolic phase needed to build muscular abs that really pop out and grab attention. But here's the big one. You aren't yet maximizing all 8 of your body's most important fat-burning and muscle-building hormones. See, the common advice that an average personal trainer would give you when it comes to burning fat is, eat less calories than your body burns and do lots of cardio for 30 to 45 minutes per day to make sure you're burning even more calories. So then your body will burn fat because it's using fat for energy. Here's the big problem with that kind of generic advice. It's completely ignoring what could be the most important factor when it comes to getting the ultimate male physique you're after, your hormones. For example, it's no secret that men with higher testosterone levels have more muscle and carry less fat, automatically, without the need to work out any harder than they already are. But that's just scratching the surface. Did you know that there's 8 other key hormones that you can easily and naturally manipulate in order to supercharge your body's ability to burn fat while increasing lean muscle mass at the same time? So what are these 8 fat-burning hormones? The first one is adiponectin, a hormone that increases your metabolism and increases the rate in which your body breaks down fat cells. The interesting thing is, in order to increase this hormone, you must eat more carbohydrates at certain times in the day, and you must eat more fats at other parts of the day. Whoever said carbs and fat were bad for you? In just a moment, I'll show you a way to jack up this hormone so it burns more fat off your body automatically. But first, let me quickly run through the rest of these 8 fat-burning hormones so you know what they are and why they're so important. The second key hormone is ghrelin, which acts as your hunger signal that constantly tells your brain to eat. Traditional diets fail after just a few weeks because when you drastically reduce your calories in an effort to lose fat, you're actually increasing this ghrelin hormone, which is commanding you to eat more. See a problem here? This puts you on an emotional roller coaster every single day, as your ghrelin hormone will constantly be reminding you that you're hungry. You need to know how to control this hormone so you're not in a constant battle of willpower. Leptin is a hormone that increases your metabolism so your body burns more calories all day long. It also works with your brain to get your body to reduce junk food cravings. This creates the perfect storm for fat burning. Insulin is vital for muscle building, muscle recovery, and maintaining optimal blood sugar levels. The bottom line is, if you spike your insulin levels at the wrong times during the day, your body will store more fat. But when you increase your insulin levels at the right times during the day, this hormone becomes even more anabolic than testosterone and increases your body's ability to gain muscle size. This is why it's vital that you know how to control your insulin levels throughout the day. Otherwise, you're going to end up with more fat and less muscle, and you'll be left scratching your head wondering why. Glucagon is a hormone that's responsible for breaking down stored carbohydrates and fats and releasing them so your body can use them as energy. Once you know how to control this hormone, your body will use carbohydrates and fat for energy, instead of storing them as body fat. Are you starting to see why these hormones are so critical to your success, and how they can drastically lower your body fat levels while increasing your lean muscle mass? Let's keep going. CCK, I call this the magic willpower hormone because it communicates with your nervous system to flip the switch telling you that you're full, while working with your stomach to slow the rate of digestion. The final result of this is that you feel full for longer periods of time, making it easier for you to avoid these binge eating sessions that can slow down your results. Alright, let's talk about the last two fat-burning hormones, and then I'll explain the Fusion 8 technique that optimizes all 8 of these fat-burning hormones for you, so you don't have to become a mad scientist and try to figure it all out on your own. And I think you'd be surprised at how brain-dead simple it is. The next fat-burning hormone is epinephrine. This is known as the flight or fight hormone, and it's what makes your body burn fat for energy in the body. This means that your fat cells will be utilized for energy in the body and not stored as visceral stomach fat. So with that said, it's obvious that if you want to supercharge your fat-burning results, then you want your epinephrine levels to be high. Many fat-burning supplements artificially stimulate your epinephrine levels, but in a moment, I'll show you the method that maximizes this hormone naturally. Last is human growth hormone, or more commonly known as HGH. This is one of the most important muscle-building hormones in your body. That's why you hear about pro athletes artificially injecting this hormone to achieve superhuman performance and sport a lean, muscular physique. When your human growth hormone levels are at their peak, you'll be able to build muscle and burn fat simultaneously. Talk about the perfect recipe for getting ripped abs. Human growth hormone interacts with fat cells and breaks them down to burn stored fat for energy. Increasing your HGH levels is a fantastic way to target visceral fat, which is the stomach fat that's covering up and hiding your ab muscles. Now, if all the scientific talk about hormones has your head spinning, I don't blame you. It personally took me years of research and trial and error to wrap my head around how these 8 hormones interact with each other and exactly how to maximize each of them so that my body burned fat and slapped on lean muscle mass at an incredible rate. But the sad truth is, most guys will go their entire lives with no idea about how to maximize all 8 of these fat-burning hormones, and they'll never reach their body's full fat-burning and muscle-building potential. Fortunately, there's a little-known scientifically based fat-burning method called the Fusion 8 technique that optimizes all 8 of your body's most powerful fat-burning hormones, getting you below the 10% body fat level needed to see your abs while actually building your ab muscles, so that you can reach your full genetic potential and get the ultimate male physique you've been after. The Fusion 8 technique is not just another diet plan, and it's not just another workout plan. Rather, it's a method that combines and fuses the most effective weight training, cardio techniques, and diet protocols in a way that naturally maximizes all 8 of your body's powerful fat-burning and muscle-building hormones. Let me show you how it works. If you've got a pen and paper, you'll want to write this down. There are 4 rules that make the Fusion 8 technique so effective for increasing your body's ability to burn fat and build muscle. Fusion 8 rule number 1, include an anabolic component to your weekly workouts. See, if you follow a typical workout program that only focuses on burning calories, then you'll never achieve the lean, muscular body you're after, and you certainly won't be able to get those chiseled six-pack abs. It's extremely important to perform compound muscle-building exercises during your fat loss workouts in order to increase your testosterone levels, prevent your existing muscle mass from wasting away, and building new muscle. Ignoring this rule is one of the major reasons that guys end up burning through muscle mass during a fat loss regimen and end up looking thin and weak instead of ripped and muscular. The Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research states that testosterone production is increased when you do heavy compound free weight exercises in which you use a number of major muscle groups at the same time. Things like squats, deadlifts, bench press, etc. However, just doing isolation exercises or training on machines does not similarly increase testosterone production. This means that the majority of your weight training should be focused on compound, muscle-building exercises, even if your main goal is fat loss. As you already know, testosterone is one of the most important anabolic hormones in your body. So if your goal is to burn the maximum amount of fat while building muscle, then you must use a weight training program that contributes to high testosterone levels. Beyond the increased testosterone levels, including a high-intensity anabolic weightlifting component to your fat loss program has been shown to increase overall fat loss. In a study done by 2 researchers from the Department of Physical Education in Taiwan, the researchers used 16 male students, all of whom had been training for at least 6 months. They had them do weight training at different intensities to see which produced greater fat loss. First, they trained at high intensity, then 3 days later, they trained at low intensity. The study demonstrated that fat oxidation, fat burning, after high intensity weight training was greater than after low intensity weight training. They concluded that high intensity resistance exercise is the best choice when fat loss is the primary goal. So with all that said, you want to perform 2 anabolic heavy lifting workouts per week to increase your body's fat burning ability and to build muscle all over your body, including your ab muscles and your oblique muscles. Fusion 8 rule number 2, use high intensity interval training as your fat loss vehicle instead of slow cardio. All the research, as well as my own personal experience, points to the fact that high-intensity interval training is far superior for burning fat and increasing muscle size than steady-state cardio, such as jogging on a treadmill. For example, researchers at Laval University reported that young men who followed a 15-week high-intensity interval training program lost significantly more body fat than those following a typical 20-week steady-state cardio program. During another study from the University of Western Ontario, researchers had subjects follow one of 2 cardio programs for 6 weeks. One group ran slow and steady for 30 to 60 minutes 3 times per week. The other group did a high-intensity interval training workout using sprints 3 times per week. They reported their findings in a journal called Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise, where they revealed that the group doing high-intensity interval training exercise lost more than twice as much body fat as a slow and steady cardio group. Plus, they gained over a pound of muscle on average, and that's without even lifting any weights. Another major reason that HIIT works so well to drop body fat to a greater degree than continuous steady-state cardio is due to the increase in resting metabolism following high-intensity interval training. In other words, your metabolism gets revved up and your body burns more calories all day long, automatically. This phenomenon is known as excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or EPOC for short. In fact, a study from Baylor College of Medicine reported that subjects who followed a HIIT workout on a stationary cycle burned significantly more calories during the 24 hours following the workout than those who cycled at a moderate, steady-state intensity. Another study presented at the annual meeting of the American College of Sports Medicine by Florida State University found the same thing. Researchers reported that subjects who performed high-intensity interval training burned more calories during the 24 hours following exercise as compared to those who performed continuous steady-state exercise. This is good news for you. This means that melting away body fat and getting six-pack abs does not mean spending countless boring hours running like a hamster on a treadmill. The shocking fact is, doing the typical steady-state cardio can actually slow down your progress. A study from the University of New Mexico found that steady-state cardio causes protein degradation or a loss in lean muscle mass. This lowers your metabolism and lowers your testosterone levels, creating the complete opposite effect of what you're looking for: muscle loss and slower, if any, fat loss. Remember that marathon runner at the beginning of this video? My simple advice is, if you don't want to look like a marathon runner, then don't train like one. Sprinting, on the other hand, is a form of high-intensity interval training, so it's no coincidence that sprinters have the ultimate male physique. They're incredibly lean and muscular. Another study from the University of British Columbia found that males who ran long distances of over 40 miles per week had distinctly lower testosterone levels than short-distance runners, and a new study published in the American Journal of Physiology shows us yet another way that high-intensity interval training burns more body fat. Researchers reported that 6 weeks of HIIT increased the amount of special proteins in muscle that are responsible for carrying fat into the mitochondria, where fat is burned away for fuel, by up to 50%. Having more of these proteins in your muscle means that more fat can be burned up for fuel during workouts and while resting. As if all that weren't enough, it turns out that high-intensity interval training, when performed correctly, actually increases your testosterone levels. New Zealand researchers had competitive cyclists complete 4 weeks of HIIT training involving 30-second sprints on a stationary bike separated by 30 seconds of rest. One group sprinted with high resistance on the pedals, making it harder to pedal, while the other group used a lighter resistance, which was easier to pedal. Both groups pedaled as fast as they could during the 30-second sprints. They found that the men pedaling at the highest resistance increased their testosterone levels by almost 100%, while the group pedaling at a lighter resistance only increased testosterone levels by about 60%. Since testosterone is critical for boosting muscle size and strength and maintaining low body fat levels, this means that doing HIIT with greater resistance can aid muscle growth and fat loss. By now you see the importance of using high-intensity interval training as your fat loss vehicle. That is why you should include 2 high-intensity interval training workouts per week to burn fat while increasing lean muscle mass. Fusion 8 rule number 3, utilize the continuous overload progression principle during each workout. Using the continuous overload progression principle will ensure that you build new muscle and continue burning fat every week without hitting a plateau. If you ignore this part, you're dead in the water no matter what workout program you follow. This is a simple, yet often overlooked component that absolutely must be included in every single muscle building and fat loss workout for maximum results. It's that important. So what exactly is the continuous overload progression principle? Well, according to the Encyclopedia of Sports Medicine and Science, published by California State University, it states that physical training is beneficial only as long as it forces the body to adapt to the stress of physical effort. If the stress is not sufficient to overload the body, then no adaptation occurs. In other words, if every week you do the same exercises with the same intensity, using the same weight, with the same number of reps, then your body won't change, you will not grow new muscle, and you will not burn fat. However, if your body is exposed to something different during each workout that forces it to adapt, then your body will respond by adding new muscle mass and/or burning body fat. The lesson here is that any workout program you follow must have this continuous overload progression concept built in. In other words, your workout program needs to be structured in a way that forces your body to adapt and change during each and every workout. I'll show you how you can do this in just a moment. This brings us to Fusion 8 rule number 4. Use specific nutrient timing principles to control metabolic and anabolic hormones. Perhaps one of the most exciting things about this Fusion 8 technique is that it does not require you to go on a low-carb diet. In fact, just the opposite is true. Using the Fusion 8 technique means that you'll actually be able to eat more carbs and get faster results at the same time. How is this possible? Well, for example, there are certain times during the day that consuming extra carbohydrates along with protein will crank up your body's fat oxidation or fat burning power and increase your body's ability to build muscle. This is why you need to be using the proper nutrient timing principles in order to burn the maximum amount of fat while building muscle. In fact, here's an extremely important fact about nutrient timing from Dr. John Ivey. By the way, Dr. John Ivey has a PhD in exercise physiology and has published over 150 research papers on the effects of nutrition on physical performance and exercise recovery. He says, the 45 minutes immediately following exercise is the most important part of your day for building muscle. At no other time of the day can nutrition make such a major difference in your overall training program. After a workout, your body is catabolic, breaking down muscle tissue, but it's primed to switch to an anabolic muscle building mode with the right nutrients. If you don't exploit this metabolic receptivity, your muscle cells will remain in a catabolic, muscle wasting state and even begin to develop insulin resistance. This means your body will store more fat. So how do you avoid this? Immediately after you work out, you should eat specific carbs that will spike your insulin levels. Now, at any other time of the day, eating these types of carbs would mean fat storage. However, after your workout, it's actually ideal for you to eat things like Skittles, fat-free frozen yogurt, gummy bears, fat-free chocolate milk, jelly beans, Swedish fish, fruit snacks. Yes, I'm serious. I use this exact technique, and look at my abs. The proof is in the pudding, no pun intended. Eating these types of carbs right after your workout will spike your body's insulin levels at the perfect time, which results in faster muscle gains without fat storage. And this is just one of many nutrient timing principles that the Fusion 8 technique utilizes. Now, I could go on and on about this Fusion 8 technique and give you every detail of how it naturally maximizes all 8 of your body's powerful fat burning and muscle building hormones, but this video would go on for hours. Besides, your head is probably already spinning with all the scientific evidence I've just thrown at you while going over all the basics. However, if the Fusion 8 technique sounds like something you'd like to put to work for your body to optimize your muscle building and fat burning hormones and start shedding pounds of fat while slapping on pounds of lean muscle mass, then let me quickly tell you about something called the Science of Abs program. It's a complete and comprehensive multimedia package that walks you through every piece and step of implementing the Fusion 8 technique for your body, shedding pounds of body fat, getting you super lean, and keeping 100% of your existing muscle and building new muscle so you get the ripped, muscular look that commands respect and draws immediate attention from women. Now, before telling you everything you get, there's one thing I need you to be aware of. If you're more than 30 pounds overweight and you don't care if you lose muscle mass, then this program is not for you. This program was specifically designed so it strips the last 10 to 20 pounds of stubborn fat off your body while keeping and building your lean muscle mass in the shortest period of time possible. So if you're just looking for a temporary fix that strips fat, water weight, and muscle off your body, just so you can look at the scale and tell your friends that you lost 5 pounds this week, and if you're not that serious about getting in the leanest and most muscular condition of your life, then this program is not for you. If, on the other hand, you are serious about burning the last 10 to 20 pounds of fat off your body, and you are serious about keeping and gaining lean muscle mass along the way, giving you that shredded look, then the Science of Abs program is for you. First off, the Science of Abs program is not just another little ebook or PDF document. It includes full HD video training, crystal clear audio, a complete, easy to follow eating system, easy to reference cheat sheets, a step-by-step quick start guide, a progress tracker to monitor your results, and much more. The first component is a Science of Abs 8-week workout video training series. These HD videos take you through a full 8 weeks of both metabolic, fat burning, and anabolic, muscle building workouts. You'll be doing 4 unique workouts per week for 4 weeks. At the end of the 4 weeks, the workouts will change completely in order to prevent a plateau and keep the fat melting off your body and continue building lean muscle mass. So for weeks 5 through 8, you'll follow a new set of workouts. Throughout the entire program, each week you'll be doing 2 high-intensity ab shredder workouts and 2 anabolic abdominals workouts for a total of 4 workouts per week. The ab shredder workouts are more than just ab workouts. These are high-intensity interval workouts that shed your entire body from head to toe and are designed to boost your metabolic rate and burn fat off your body without sacrificing muscle mass. The anabolic abdominals workouts, on the other hand, are heavy lifting sessions designed to increase your anabolic hormones and build muscle mass all over your body, including your abs and obliques. This is what gives you those crazy looking muscular abs that really pop out and separate you from all the wannabe ripped guys who are super lean but have no real muscle definition. And just to make everything crystal clear for you, you're also getting the Science of Abs workout program overview. This guide will hold you by the hand and give you a bird's eye view of the entire 8-week game plan. You'll see the what, why, where, and how of the entire workout program. You'll get a full explanation of how to do each exercise, how many reps, how many sets, nothing is left out, so you'll never be left wondering what to do next. On top of that, you'll also be getting printable training logs to take to the gym with you. Don't worry about trying to remember each exercise, how many sets, how many reps, etc. Just print these out and go. This makes starting and following your workouts fast and easy. Next, you're getting the Science of Abs eating system. Make no mistake, this is not one of those rigid, calorie-counting diet plans that's next to impossible to follow. This system will walk you through the eating strategies that will maximize your fat-burning and muscle-building hormones using the Fusion 8 principles we talked about earlier. You'll discover things like the myth of bulking and cutting, and how you can burn fat while building muscle mass at the same time, the 5 nutrition mistakes that are killing your six-pack dreams, and the simple and painless tweaks that will correct each mistake and kickstart your body's suppressed fat-burning hormones. The ultra-effective carbohydrate timing technique that enhances your body's ability to gain lean muscle mass and burn fat. The secrets to manipulating all 8 of your body's fat-burning hormones so your body becomes a muscle-building and fat-burning machine. Delicious, metabolism-boosting drinks that you'll soon be calling your secret weapon for jacking up your body's ability to burn fat. How to increase protein synthesis to boost your body's rate of muscle growth and recovery ability. And here's the best part, nothing in the Science of Abs eating system requires you to eat bland, boring diet food that you'll dread. You'll still be able to eat the delicious, flavorful foods you love. In fact, I'm also giving you the Science of Abs grocery list. Take this list to the grocery store with you and be 100% confident that you're eating the absolute best foods that will get you the head-turning body you're after. You'll be enjoying protein-rich foods like lean ground beef, eggs, shrimp, salmon, chicken, turkey, and more. Carbs like rice, sweet potatoes, quinoa, beans, oatmeal, bread, pasta, and more. Fatty foods like lean red meat, olive oil, all kinds of nuts, avocados, almond butter, pumpkin seeds, peanut butter, and more. You'll also be able to eat all kinds of fruit like strawberries, bananas, apples, blueberries, raspberries, and much more. And of course, you can eat all the vegetables you want, which I've listed for you as well. The point is, you're never left guessing, is this okay to eat? Next, you're getting the Science of Abs Quick Start Guide. This is where I take you by the hand and literally walk you through how to get started. I take you step by step and show you what to do first, second, third, and so on. Once again, I'm making this brain dead simple for you. You'll never be left wondering what to do next, and you'll never have to worry if you're doing something wrong. And just to make sure you keep track of your results, I'm also giving you the Science of Abs Progress Tracker. This way, in addition to watching your body transform in the mirror week after week, you'll be able to see the real truth about what's happening in your body. Each week, you'll be able to see how much body fat you've lost and how much lean muscle you've gained. And of course, you'll be able to see how much your body fat percentage has dropped. This entire package is delivered to you instantly via our online members area, so you can go through the program online or download everything to your computer. This means that there's no shipping costs and no waiting around for a package to arrive. Instead, you can get started in just minutes from now. You can also access the entire program from any mobile device or tablet, and you can even print everything out if you prefer to go through the program while you're away from your computer. The Science of Abs program has a retail value of $197, and that doesn't even include the bonus item you're also going to get, which I'll tell you about in just a second. But today, you're not going to pay the full $197 retail value. You're not even going to pay $150, not even $129 like some of the other programs out there. In fact, I've decided to give away this entire system for just $97. But hang on, I'm going to take it one step further. Since you're going to be one of the first guys to use this system since I've released it to the public, I want to give you an even better deal. I'm actually going to give you a massive discount today, just to say thanks for putting your trust in me. Plus, I'm hoping you'll return the favor by sending me your success story. So instead of the regular price of $97, I'm letting the first 500 guys who take me up on this offer get early access to the entire Science of Abs program today for just one single payment of $47. That's less than the cost of a tub of protein powder. It really doesn't get any better than that. And if you're seeing this video presentation right now, then yes, there are still spots available. But if this is something you really want to get your hands on, then you'll probably want to jump on this fast. Because after the first 500 copies are sold, the price will go up to $69.95 for the next 500 people. And after those 500 copies are sold, the price will go up once more to the original price of $97, where it will remain permanently. And heck, it would be well worth it at $97, but why pay full price when you can grab your copy today for just $47? And in fact, let's make this completely risk-free for you. In addition to the huge discount I'm going to give you today, I'm also hooking you up with my rock-solid 60-day Get Abs or It's Free 100% money-back guarantee. Go ahead and test drive the Science of Abs program for a full 60 days. And if for any reason you're not completely thrilled with how lean and muscular it gets you, simply send an email to support@scienceofabs.com to get a complete refund of every penny. No questions, no hassles, and no hard feelings. Seriously, if you're not completely satisfied, then you don't pay a dime. To grab the complete package and lock in the discounted price of just $47, simply click the Add to Cart button below. Once you enter your details on the secure order page, you'll be instantly taken to the members area where you'll get immediate access to everything. In addition to the main Science of Abs program, you're also going to get an extremely valuable bonus today. This bonus is not available for purchase anywhere else. It's one of the most valuable reports I feel any man can have if your goal is to get a phenomenal head-turning physique. It's called the No BS Guide to Fat Loss Supplements. Now, even though you don't need supplements to burn fat, I still get asked this question from every guy who wants to gain every single edge they can. And that question, of course, is, what are the absolute best fat loss supplements? As you probably know, there are way more garbage supplements out there than anything else. That's why this report is so important for any guy who's even thinking about taking supplements to increase his body's fat-burning ability even further. Inside this easy reference guide, I cover the only 22 supplements you should even think about taking, and I go into full detail about each one so you can decide which one is right for you. For each approved supplement, you'll see why it works, how it works, when to take it, how much to take, and how to choose the best one. If you were ever unsure about which fat loss supplements will actually help you and which ones are a waste of money, then you'll probably want to read this report right away. And with this report, you're getting the hard facts and the scientific explanation of exactly what each supplement does and if it's worth your time. Not a sales pitch for each supplement like some other fitness gurus would give you. Far from it. In fact, years of research and experience and thousands of dollars were invested to bring you this critical information about the fat loss supplements you may be considering putting into your body. Why is that so important? Well, I learned why the hard way. And thanks to some of the garbage, over-the-counter bodybuilding supplements I've tried in the past, I was able to experience my first panic attack, get checked into the hospital for severe stomach pain, and even develop acne. So after making myself a human guinea pig by taking some of those risky supplements, I can tell you without a doubt that this information could save you some serious pain. According to Newsday.com, consumers are put at risk every day by poorly measured ingredients, unclean manufacturing equipment, pesticides, supplements contaminated with illegal prescription medications, and even bacteria. In fact, in 2013, an FDA official reported that 70% of the supplement companies are violating agency rules. So, to avoid getting screwed by shady supplement companies, I'm handing you on a silver platter only the tried and tested supplements that have years of research and proven results to back up their claims and are safe for long-term use. In the future, if I make this report available for purchase, it will be sold for $49. When you grab your copy of Science of Abs today, you get the entire No BS Guide to Fat Loss Supplements instantly and for free. To grab the entire Science of Abs program along with the free bonus, all for just one payment of $47, simply click the Add to Cart button below. As soon as you enter your details into the secure form, you'll be given instant access to everything. Remember, this program will only be available at this low price for the first 500 guys who jump on this opportunity. And no, that's not just some marketing trick or hype, it's fact. If you pass on this offer today and decide to come back later, the first 500 copies of this program may be gone, so the price may have already skyrocketed to the next level of $69.95 or even $97, where it will remain permanently. So if you want in, now is the time. Plus, you're completely covered by my 60-day get abs or it's free money back guarantee. If you're not happy with your results, simply send me an email to support@scienceofabs.com and you'll get a prompt and full refund of every penny, no questions asked. So you risk absolutely nothing by getting started right now. If you want to get everything and get it all for just $47, then now is the time for you. Look, if you're serious about burning off that last 10 to 20 pounds of body fat without losing muscle mass and while actually building new muscle, then there is no single better method you can follow than the Science of Abs program. There's no need to gamble with your hard-earned muscle or your body fat levels. There's no need to guess by trying to figure it all out on yourself through years of research or trial and error. I've already done all the hard work for you, and there's no reason to put yourself at risk of wasting years of your life that you'll never get back by spinning your wheels, getting the same results you've been getting. Simply grab your Science of Abs program today and let it go to work for you, getting you lean and muscular to the point where your abs are popping through your t-shirt. The Science of Abs complete program is a $246 total value. You get everything today for just one payment of $47. So go ahead and click the add to cart button below. Imagine just knowing that without a doubt you are burning fat and building muscle all over your body each and every single day, including your ab muscles, and even having women look at you like a sex object. I'm handing everything to you right now, and all you have to do is reach out and grab it. Once again, this has been Troy Addison. Go ahead and click the add to cart button below, and I'll see you in the members area in just a few minutes from now. So you can dive in and get started immediately, and I look forward to getting an email about your success story very soon.